What is going on, everybody? Garrett back here, and welcome back to Rad Up All Night. How's everybody doing? It's been a little while since I've done one of these. Hold on, my mic is some blaring in my headphones here. Hold on. But I'll take this off. Sorry, it's a little bit loud in my headphones there. Gang, how we all doing out there today? I am back home, as you can see, and I figured I'd do one of these tonight because I don't know when the next time I'll be able to do one of these is going to be. So I figured tomorrow's the last day of my little vacation, so I'm not working. So I figured, you know what, now would be a good time to get one of these in because I can not have to wake up so early in the morning. So gang, let me know who is in the house. This is kind of a chill hangout. You can ask me stuff. I don't want to be on here too long. I have a couple things I can showcase that I recently got. I haven't been buying too much lately because I was kind of ramping up for the Kansas City trip, but I grabbed some things in the last couple weeks that I haven't really showcased yet. So we can kind of do that now. Let me know who's in the house. I see people chirping in already. Let's see. Hall & Oates. What's going on? Michigan Dipper. What's going on, man? What's in the name? Rad time. Hit that like on the way in. I like it. Hit that like on the way in. I appreciate that. Thanks, Foz. Foz the man. Go check him out. Yeah, we did have a good time. You know, I think the biggest thing was it's like a little bit of a bummer because there was so much we wanted to do, but there was so little time. So for instance, we got there on Friday. We caught 2 movies on Friday. We did dinner. Then Saturday we watched 4 movies. So I mean, you think about it, like that's like take 4 movies in a day. I mean, that's really taking up about 8 hours or so. And then, you know, obviously we got lunch and breakfast and dinner and all that stuff too. So we really didn't get a lot of other things done. I mean, we hung out. It was cool, but you know, we sat in a theater most of the day together, mingled with some people, and then Sunday we did breakfast. We rushed around, got ready for the stream, did the stream, got some more food, hung around. Mel had to dart home. She had a long drive ahead of her because we also were guests on Huck's channel for the Collectors Club. They did a Club Rad. If you guys didn't check that out, go to Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. Go check him out. He has a club called the Collectors Club with Tim's Talks Talkies and Mike the Movie Man and Movie Man Mike, and they had us on as guests. So Mel had to hustle home and get home in time to be on that stream. So we were busy on Sunday as well, and so it was just, by the time she was already home, like I just feel like there wasn't a lot of that we did, you know, as far as like just hanging out, and we wanted to do pictures and we wanted to go do more like movie hunting and all that other stuff. But it's just, the event just got so in the way. And before we knew it, the weekend was over. So it was a real fun time and I loved hanging with them. And, you know, I miss them. And I know we're already talking about the next meetup and stuff. And, you know, what was kind of cool about it too was getting together, and, you know, it really just kind of fired things up about like, hey, like people like what we're doing. And, you know, KB was there. He had like a Radpack t-shirt on. So he was really helping us out all weekend. And we were like, you know what, let's really focus on like this next year, because the Radpack, in my opinion, has gained some legs as far as a little brand and a little podcast now that we went to audio as well. And I think that, you know, we're looking at it like it hasn't even been a year yet since we started this, and, you know, what could be. So it really just comes down to focusing and putting out more content, either through audio or video platform or whatever. And that's what we're going to try to do, is really just going to kind of try to fire on all cylinders for the next year and just kind of see what we can do with this thing. So super cool, because I feel like we have a great dynamic. We get along really well. We have a similar taste in movies, and I just think that it'll be a fun adventure to see what we can do with this little brand or podcast, whatever. So with that being said, anybody who has not subscribed to the new Radpack YouTube channel, as you guys know, we used to do it all on my channel. We created its own channel now, and the last video has, I think, about like 800 views that we did on Sunday. but we've only got about 400 subs over there right now. So, which means there's a lot of people that are watching the video that either number one, don't want to sub, or they don't realize that they're watching a different channel because we all share the links, right? So if I'm sharing the link and you click and you think it's my channel, then you might not notice that you're not subscribed. So definitely go do that now. And if you're watching this in the replay, I'll have all those links in the description of this video if you guys want to go check out to make sure you are subscribed, because that's where all the video format for the Radpack stuff is going to be. And then number two is we do have an audio podcast now. You can find it on iTunes and Spotify and stuff like that. And make sure you follow it there, because we will have exclusive audio only shows that'll be just dedicated to that. And I know some people, can get away with listening to more podcast stuff than actually watching it on YouTube. So, we've gotten a lot of good feedback about that. So, and then everybody who, and I know Foz, I know you were one, has given us a great review on the podcast format on iTunes. I truly appreciate it. We did some giveaways this week on our live show. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely go to the YouTube, the Radpack, and you get to actually watch a live show where we're all together in the same room this weekend, which was really special. And as much as we really had some issues with the tech, because we couldn't figure out how to all mic up to one camera. It was a little bit rough, but we made it work, and it was just one of those things where next time we'll have a better idea of how to do it. But yeah, very, very fun show if you guys want to go check that out. Anyway, sorry, long-winded answer there, but yeah, I had fun. Sam, what's going on? Hey, Mike, what's up? Hey, thanks so much. It was kind of a last-minute decision. I just got done watching a movie, and then I decided to come on here. And I did drop 2 videos yesterday and today. I did one with Justin. We reviewed spoiler-free Evil Dead Rise. So if you haven't checked that out, go check it out. It's up now. And definitely check out the one I just dropped a little while ago this evening. It was Bury the Bride. It's a movie that we checked out at Panic Fest. And we checked it out a week before everybody else is going to see it, because it does debut on Tubi this weekend. And it's one of those movies where I would rather have you watch my review spoiler-free, very spoiler-free, than watch even the trailer, because the last thing you want to do is walk into this movie with any idea of what it's really about, just in case the trailer or a write-up or an article spoil the movie. I would say watch my video. I give you just enough, and I explain, what I would do going into this movie, because Mel, Justin, and I really, really liked it. Killer Pizza, what's going on? I love your shirt and your picture, man. Justin, what's up? KB, there he is. He hung with us all weekend. Hell yeah, man. Celebrity hugs. I did too. Yeah, I miss you, man. Go check out KB Loves Movies. Man, I can't say enough good things about KB. He really was the kind of the front runner in getting the Radpack to Kansas City. And then obviously Justin lives there, so he was right on board as well. But KB was the one that really just kind of tried to get the fire going under us and be like, let's go, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. And man, he was nothing but great. We did dinners. He hung with us at the event. We did pictures. We met Scout. We met Barbara Crampton together. And we did a little out of the theater reaction video together on Friday night after seeing Evil Dead Rise. And such a cool guy. And supported the Radpack, was wearing the shirts. Anything we wanted, he made sure he got done. It was like, I told him he was like the Radpack manager over there, because he hooked us up with everything we wanted. We wanted water. We wanted, I wanted a Barbara Crampton card, and he figured out a way to get everything. So appreciate you, KB. And guys, go check his channel out. He's newer to the game too, and he deserves a lot more eyeballs on his product. So definitely go check it out. And between me and Mel and everybody, he's done interviews with us. He's done interviews with Dead Pit. So definitely go over there, and you can check out our stuff at the very least and see what he's all about. The best place we ate in Kansas City, I think. Oh man, I don't remember the name of it now. Oh my God. If Mel, I haven't gone down the chat yet, but if Mel, if you're in the chat, I doubt Justin is. Justin, probably not. But if he is, what's the place we ate for breakfast on Saturday morning? That was my favorite, the barbecue place. That was probably my favorite spot that we ate all weekend. Monkey. They're talking about barbecue. Actually, we only went to one place, and it was good. We don't have a ton of that up north where I am. We don't have a lot of barbecue places. There's some here and there, but nothing like you get there. So I really wanted to make sure I grab some of that. Let's see, Caleb. Are you gonna get that rad video store box set that I'm not. And it is rad and it's a very good price. I'm just not because I own everything on Blu-ray that's in there already. So to me, it's not really worth I wouldn't even say upgrade because they're both Blu-rays, but I mean I think some might have different scans. But I'm not gonna just rebuy a lot of those. They're cool, cool movies like Dolls and all that, but not enough for me to just grab them all again. And as much as the box set is really cool, it's just very big, and I just don't have a lot of space to put that. So for me, I'm not going to get it. But for anybody who doesn't own all those already, I think it's a hell of a deal. Mama Blu-ray, what's going on? What's going on? Pat Master, how are you? I know, Michigan Dipper. There's always next time. Always plan ahead. Yeah, like we really didn't realize like how much time the day was going to be, like because we never had been to Panic Fest before. Justin had, KB had, but we really didn't fathom like how much time things were going to take, and how it was set up. And because I'm used to more conventions, this is more like sit down, watch a movie type deal. So it was just very different. You're kind of locked in your seat for a couple hours, where a convention you kind of walk around, and if you want to leave for a little bit, you leave, then come back. So it was just different. And I know Mel had to be home on Sunday night, so that was a couple extra days that she wasn't there. So, I mean, it would have been cool. And she even said the same thing. She wished that she had stayed longer as well. Antonis, what's going on? Monkey, I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I don't know. Again, when it comes to anything like news or drama or anything, I'm like really out of the loop. I basically am like one track mind. It's like, what do I got to do the day? What do I got to take care of? What do I do this? And a lot of the other stuff I don't really follow. Oh, you watched it, Foz? Nice, nice. It's funny because that's been planned for like a while. I would say that whole idea was planned with Huck probably a good month before it all came into fruition. And it was one of those things that it really wasn't going to even be this weekend, but with everybody's schedules, like we really couldn't make anything else work. So we figured the only obstacle this weekend was going to be, can Mel get from Kansas City back home in enough time to make that stream? So she was pretty much coming into that stream like straight out of the car almost. So she's a trooper. I did not. I haven't even had a chance to pop that thing in yet. Did you? Did anybody? It says it has a new feature. I have not even looked at it. Vinicio, what's going on, man? Vinicio, I saw your video for Nick on the Hall of Fame, man. That was awesome. Adrian James, what's going on? Friends for life now. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that'd be cool. They're good people. Yeah, you're right, Pat Master. Ethel from Friday 13th Part 5 has passed away. Very sad, very sad. I think Dead Pit is going to do some kind of tribute show, I think tomorrow. But what's interesting is I believe they're going to do it for Patreon. I'm not sure if it's going to be on the regular channel or not. But speaking of that, we have a show with Dead Pit tomorrow, so you can watch it on my channel. It's going to be the history of Evil Dead on physical media. And it's a series that we did for a while that we just haven't done in probably, I don't know, maybe a year and a half. But we're bringing it back, and we're going to talk Evil Dead. And man, we're going to show what we have left in our collections, what we owned, what we used to have, what we've sold, what we've got rid of, things that we never bought that we want. Like Evil Dead, and especially like Army of Darkness. Like, man, they've had so many editions, especially DVD and even Blu-ray. They've had quite a bit of stuff. So we're going to try to dive deep into that tomorrow. So those are always fun shows, and that's at 10 o'clock. It's going to be Dead Pit, myself, and then I believe Dana over at Evil Dead Chick is going to join us as well, because she's a big Evil Dead fan, and she might have some stuff that we do not have. So I think she will be joining us tomorrow. I think so. Don't I believe she's going to be with us. Foz, not gonna lie, I'm super bummed I didn't win a poster. Yeah, not everybody has got a hold of me yet about theirs, so it's gonna take me a little while to get these out, because I'm still trying to figure out the best way to do it. It's either I'm gonna have to buy cardboard and try to flatten these out and then buy things to go over them, or I just try to buy poster tubes and then roll them. But then it becomes me having to find where I don't even know where to get poster tubes from, and then buying them and then shipping them out. So it's gonna take me a little while to kind of figure out the best way to send these out. So just keep in touch with me. If I don't hear from everyone who did win, then I may have one left over or so. So keep hitting me up, and maybe you'll get one. So, but again, they were pretty limited. I can do more posters. We also have a lot more of those similar posters that we've done and images that we have coming. So some of the more popular ones we could always do little posters for. They're 11 by 14. The only thing that's going to make these ones extra special limited is that they're signed by all three of us, which, again, for some people, who gives a shit if it's signed by us or not, right? Like, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, who are we? We're not celebrities, right? But we just thought it'd be something different and cool, just because we were all together, and who knows if or when that'll ever happen again. We're hoping it does. We've got plans for it too, but you know how things are. Life's crazy, so sometimes it may not work out. So I mean, that's why we knew this was kind of a good opportunity to do it. So that's what makes these ones a little bit more limited. I could easily print out a couple more. They'd just be unsigned. And it's, if these are popular and we put out more designs, I might do like a made to order. So if we say, okay, well, $15 for the poster, and whoever buys one, then I can just go get that many done. So there's all different possibilities on how I will do it. But hit me up, dude, in like a week, and then I'll let you know if I still have one. Sorry, guys, I'm way ahead at the head of the chat. OGP, what's up, man? Yeah, we did have fun, dude. It was a really, really good time, man. Very cool. It it kind of makes me feel like you guys when you guys all meet up, Brendan and MC and all those guys. It's kind of the same feeling, except you guys do it a lot more because you kind of live close. We don't live anywhere near each other. We live in all different parts of the US. So it was very cool to do. And it's one of those things where, like, man, I wish we could do this all the time, but I have to take a plane there. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially with tickets, prices on plane tickets nowadays. Yeah, man, agree. I try to stay away from trailers myself, and that's the one thing about Panic Fest, is that there was a lot of movies there that I didn't know. Nobody knew. They were brand new, and some just got completed. Some don't even have distribution yet. So it was nice because everything that we saw, besides like Renfield, Evil Dead, stuff like that, we kind of saw really blind, and that was kind of cool, because it was what it was. At the same time, you went in not knowing anything, and it could have been awful, or it could have been great. So I think Bury the Bride was good. I think it was probably my favorite movie that we watched that weekend, aside from Evil Dead Rise. It was just cool. It was just cool, and I hope you guys check it out and like it. It was a little refreshing for what we're usually getting. King Zahara, what's going on, guys? How are you? And guys, hit that like button. I don't usually say it, but please do. Actually, speaking of that, I just see Cody in here. What's up, dude? He's going to roundhouse kick that like button. And also do keep your eyes open, because me and the dude have something special we're working on for May. So keep your eyes open for that. RPA, Radpack Ambassador. That's right. Hashtag Radpack Ambassador. That's the new shirt you can get. It's on sale right now at shop.borntoberad.com. and it's the Radpack Ambassador shirt. Basically, the people that you want to support the pack, and then this is the best way to do it with that Radpack Ambassador shirt. And if you guys ever watched wrestling, it's a mock on the APA, Acolytes Protection Agency. So if you guys know that shirt, it's basically the same exact thing, except it says RPA, Radpack Ambassador. Kind of a cool design. It was really inspired by people like Cody, Nick at AV Impulse, KB, these people that, really, really supporting of us. And, they have their own channels and they're always promoting us. And when they go on other streams, they're repping our shirts, or they're promoting us as a unit. It's really cool, and it's something I kind of got the idea to do, so they kind of feel more part of something. So very cool. Cody, thanks for telling them the roundhouse kick the like button. Same thing. If you're just jumping in, couple things. Radpack on YouTube. Please go subscribe. We have double the amount of views on our last video than we do subs over there, which means that either people are watching it that don't want to sub to the channel, or people are watching it and not realizing that that's a different channel that is not this channel. And even though we're sharing the links, people might think it's just, it just must be Garrett's channel and that's where I'm watching it. No, it's its own channel. So make sure you are subbed to that and not just watching it thinking that you're watching it on here. So definitely something to make sure on that. And if you're not subbed to this channel, look down. If you like what you see, make a sub. I just had 2 big videos come out talking about movies, spoiler free, that haven't even come out yet. So definitely 2 videos I think you guys should definitely check out. Oh, KB, thank you. Jamie Hart, what's going on? KC barbecue's fire, but Texas barbecue's life. I've never been to Texas. I actually never been to KC ever either. So this was the first time on that. Roland, what's going on? Cast. Linnea Quickly Home Workout with the Slip is selling fast, better. I already have it pre-ordered, so I'm just waiting to get it. You know what? I hope I get it soon, because I'm going to be at an event in 2 weeks that Linnea Quigley is going to be at. So it might be cool to get her to sign that. I don't know. We'll see. I might have her sign that. I also have a pretty cool Linnea Night of the Demons poster I can maybe get her to sign. But we'll see. But I definitely have it pre-ordered. Definitely. Maybe I'll do a video doing the workout. How's that? You're welcome. It's King Zahara. We do need to collab this year, for sure. I know we had talked about it briefly in the past. I think we can make it happen. I believe we were talking a Radpack collaboration type deal for maybe Camp Radpack or something like that, because we are going back to camp this year this summer. So keep your eyes out for that as well. And like I said, this weekend with Mel and Justin, it was a good weekend from a standpoint of, okay, this thing has legs and it's super fun, and let's put out more content in the next year, because it hasn't even been a full year of the Radpack yet. That is in May. And I think that we're really going to start pumping things out, either from an audio standpoint or video, just coming up with different ideas, either talking straight movies or about collecting or whatever it may be. We're just kind of rushing through ideas now, but it kind of lit a little more of a fire to start doing more content as a unit. Dude, Mel's got a heavy foot on that. She was flying around the streets of Kansas City, I'll tell you that much. So I'm sure she was making pretty good time. she was on the highway to Mel. What's up, Jim Powers? Oh, they did. So they recorded it tonight and it'll be up tomorrow. Awesome. Were you on it, Foz? Jonathan Majors, Creed 3, King and Mose. Oh God. People are idiots, man. Like, especially people like that, like celebrities, like, they don't think of risk versus reward. That's something that I think about all the time. Risk versus reward. Was it worth it at the end of the day? No. Am I going to Chiller? No. My funds all went to Kansas City, so unfortunately, I won't be at Chiller this year. I do have some people that I know that are going that might be hooking me up with a couple autographs. Like, I really want to get the kid from Problem Child. He's going to be there. I wish I could go to Chiller, um, but unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. How did I get to see Evil Dead Rise early? So I attended Panic Fest, which is a film festival in Kansas City this past weekend with the Radpack, and they had an early screening there. Yeah, I heard about that. I can get my poster tubes. Okay, so I might have to just walk in there and grab like a few. I just got to make sure that they're a good size because these are kind of a thicker paper. So when I roll them, they're going to have to stay. They can't be super tight, so I can't get the real thin ones. I'm going to have to get a little bit thicker ones so they stay in there nice. Yeah, I know, Roland. It says my Amazon order is coming tomorrow for that. I can't wait to check it out. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. It was fun as hell. Video Creep. Hey, what's up, man? Go check out Video Creep. Thanks for popping in, man. I think the signing is special, especially from a special time. Yeah, and that's kind of how we looked at it. We didn't want to look at it like, hey, look at how cool we are, but we just thought it would be something different. Just because again, we don't know if that's ever going to happen again. So we're like, well, what can we do to make this unique, not only for us, but for anybody else? Let me see. KB. Do a reprint and put it in the store. Let me know. I really want a weekend at Justin's for the. You know what, KB? I got you, buddy. Text Justin. I think he has an extra one at his house, and it's signed. So, I know Justin said he was going to meet up with you this week because we still have your mics. I know KB let us borrow some microphones, and so he has those for you. And I think he might have an extra signed welcome to weekend at Justin's there. So if you text him, just let him know that I told you to text him about it. Get out of here. Okay, y'all, you just let me judge it when I was making videos and people in my era see me. It was like a family. Dude. Yeah, right. let's give it to 10,000 subs and then we'll talk about it. The Radpack channel only has 400 subs right now. Between me, Mel, and Justin, whose sub counts are in the thousands, we should have way more than 400 subs in the Radpack channel. Put it that way. So again, it's either people don't care about it or they don't know about it. So, yeah. But hey, like I said, you just got to keep pushing forward and getting opportunities and putting out good content. And I just feel that no matter what you do in life, it could be this or something else. If the bait or the food is good enough, the fish will come in time. The worst thing you can do is just get frustrated and quit. The best thing you can do is say, how can we be better? How can we do more? And I think if the product is good, it'll be all right in the end. Boba Fett's, thanks, man. I did it. The flight wasn't as bad as I was expecting. I had to take 2 flights, and they were, I had like an hour layover between each one. But I mean, each flight was about an hour and a half, hour 40. So it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was, I hate flying, so it's not my favorite thing to do. But it wasn't, it didn't drag or anything like that. I keep seeing Insidious stuff pop up, which I love Insidious, but I had no idea a 5th one was even coming. I like the first one the best still, and chapter 2 is good, and then I kind of forget like what the rest of them are. I've seen them all, but I get them all like kind of mixed together. But I'm going to tell you, when I saw that first Insidious movie, I absolutely loved it. Like I went and I saw it twice, which is nothing. Like I barely do that ever. I could probably tell you on one hand movies I've seen twice in the theater. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy twice. I really liked that when it came out. I saw It Follows twice, and I saw Insidious twice. Those are the big 3 I remember going to theater and seeing multiple times. At least within the last like 10 years or so. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do for part 5. Brian, what's up, buddy? Look at that. We got a new logo. Guy's got a new logo over there. Go check out Brian Goes Blue. I don't know. I don't know where he's at on subs, but he should be way more than he's got. So go check out Brian over there at Brian Goes Blue and Coco too. Good people. Good people. Tiana, what's going on? Thanks for popping over. Thanks for popping in. Scratch Burno, what's going on? I'm still talking to the chat over here. I've got a whole stack of stuff I wanted to show. Geez, people are going to check this on the replay. Going to be like, what? Boring. Let's go. Wet movie. Yeah, man, that'd be sick. I'm still gonna try to get to Kentucky in September. Again, we'll see how it rolls, but that's still my game plan to meet up with those dudes for the first time. All right, let me. Perry, what's going on? You couldn't make Panic Fest. Nice. Are you from that area? What's nice about Panic Fest 2 is when you get the badge, you get also a virtual. So I watched a couple movies today on the virtual. So that was cool. So if you had a pass to get there, when you get home, you can watch not all, but some of the ones maybe you didn't see. You can watch them right from your house. Hell yeah. Thanks, Jim. we want to be the coolest. Like the people be like, they're the raddest. And it's funny because like even seeing, and I hate saying it, not hate saying it, it's weird because like I just feel like it works in a weird way. And I knew that like when I saw Justin on YouTube and I saw Mel on YouTube and we both collabed a little bit on some stuff and just hearing them talk about and how they dress and how they act. I felt like we were very similar. And even like going to Panic Fest and stuff and we're walking around, it's so funny because like, you know, I'm wearing like a bright pink crew neck with like a jean jacket over it. And I didn't have the headband on the whole time, but then people wanted to do pictures and they're like, you might as well just put it on because it's part of the gimmick or whatever for the show. So then I wore it some of the time and whatnot. And, you know, I had like the ripped jeans with the high top sneakers and Justin's in like a neon crew neck sweatshirt with like hot pink writing. And then, you know, like a pink beanie. And then Mel's got, you know, a backwards hat and like a leather jacket with like a hot pink shirt. Like it was just funny because like it almost looked like a wrestling group. Like we all kind of like look the same. Like we kind of fit like the same mold, which is either good or bad. But basically, put it this way: like we stood out. Like we were very bright. Like in comparison to a lot of people that were there. So again, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I just feel like it works, right? Like it works. All right, I'm gonna get back to the chat, but I'm going to just showcase some stuff, okay? So that I've gotten in the mail. I haven't gone too crazy because I've wanted to save money for this Kansas City trip. And obviously a lot of stuff that's been coming out lately are a lot of reissues or upgrades. And I'm not jumping all over that. Even a lot of these mainstream titles, like I still haven't picked up Megan and I absolutely love it. But that to me is like, it's either I'll grab it if it hits 4K. And if it doesn't hit 4K, then I'll grab it, you know, maybe in November for Black Friday. So that to me is not, I love it. I want to see it again, but I would rather not spend the money on it. Same thing with things like Cocaine Bear. Same thing with things like, I'm just trying to think of more mainstream horror that's come out that I'm just like, I can wait until this goes down in price. I don't need it right now. And especially all these ones that are coming out on just Blu-ray. I'm giving it a little bit of a window to see if the 4K comes. And if it does, cool, I'll grab the 4K. If it doesn't, then I'll wait till Black Friday. So that's another reason why I don't have a ton of stuff here. But some cool stuff I'll showcase. This was sent by Huck. So this was our ticket into Club Rad. And this is the Collectors Club official card. So if you're part of the Collectors Club, you get an official Collectors Club card. So that's very cool to have that. So I'm going to have that hanging here with me on my desk. So I always got it ready if I want to enter Club Rad. And I did pick these up, and I think I'm going to frame them. We did the Rad Pack show talking about Garbage Pail Kids. We did the promotion of like Stink Rad Pack instead of Think Rad Pack. And we had some stuff. So I got these. I bought these. So we got Disgusting Justin. Mel Smell, and Gassy Garrett. So these are the official Garbage Pail Kid cards for what we called ourselves on the pod. So pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna get these framed in like a little like card frame and then just hang them up on the wall or whatever. So I did grab those on eBay just to support the show that we did. So I thought it was a pretty cool little thing. So speaking of things like Gassy Garrett, smelly things, right? Smelly things like the Garbage Pail Kids. Well, I got this in the mail today from Umbrella, and I don't know what to think about this. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. If you watch my top 90s movies, you'll know that. So I had to get this because I really just don't understand what this is. And that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990 Stinko-Vision edition. It says Scratch and Sniff Cinema Experience. I don't know what the heck this thing is. I couldn't pass it up because it's just such a weird concept, and I really don't know what this is all about. So once we can open it. I haven't even opened it yet. Kind of see what this thing is. I would love to do maybe some kind of like watch along with whatever this thing is supposed to do. If anybody else has one, maybe we can do like a collab, or I'll just do it. But yeah, did anybody else grab this from Umbrella? Stinko-Vision, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990. Unfortunately, it's not a 4K, it's just the Blu-ray, which I already own the Blu-ray, but with this concept, I needed it because I don't really get what's going on here. Special features: Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in Stinko-Vision. I'll read what it says here. Okay, it says, experience the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like never before with Umbrella's world's first Stinko-Vision release. Immerse yourself in the sewers of New York City with an interactive scent, sensation, and view experience based on the wildly successful comic book series. The special edition release follows the Turtles on their origin adventure, accompanied with a menu of dank and delicious scents from scented storytelling to enhance the film's stickiest moments. Simply scratch the corresponding number on your scent card when the icon flashes on the screen and join Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello as they fight to become the city's greatest mutant crime fighters and take down Shredder. Get ready for a stinky adventure. Okay, so that's freaking weird, man. So inside, okay, hold on here. You've got, looks to be a poster, Stinko-Vision poster. It looks like double-sided. It looks like one's that Stinko-Vision design, and the other one might be so this is the original one-sheet design. I have this hanging on my wall. And then this is the Stinko-Vision poster. You can see it's got like Michelangelo with like something on his nose, like a clothespin on his nose, Raph sticking his tongue out. They're all holding their nose. Donnie's making like a weird face. I mean, it's different. And being one of my favorite movies of all time, I knew I had to get this because I don't know if this will sell out and then will they ever do it again. But so what's interesting is there's this card. So I'm assuming that when you're watching the movie, a number's going to pop on the screen and you're going to have to smell it to like get an idea of like what's going on. So if they're eating pizza, 2 might pop on and you scratch this thing and it's supposed to smell like pizza. So number 1 looks like a sewer. Number 2 looks like pizza. Number 3, does it say on the back? It says a rat is number 3. Okay. Number 4, radioactive ooze. Number 5, you got marijuana. Number 6, a Foot Clan dojo. Number 7, loves. What? Number 7 almost looks like almost like a menthol, like an icy hot. So that must be like when they're injured at the farmhouse or something like that. Number 8, Splinter's Magic. And number 9, Trash. So I'm not going to scratch them now. I want to, but a part of me is like, I should probably wait and try to play this game or something like that. It might be kind of a fun video. Maybe I'll do it with my brother and sister-in-law. That might be something cool we can do together. But yeah, very, very interesting release. Let me know who has that. I will go through the chat again, and maybe you guys are talking about Stinkovision over here. I might have to skip a couple people, so just be mindful. Um, Jamie Hart says, if you give me a thumbs up, I'll do a surprise BMX routine to send me an angel. I love that. I wish I could. I wish I could. I wish there was room. Anthony, what's up, man? How are you? Arrows, Hellraiser 1 and 2 about to be out of print. So does that mean they're gonna probably re-release it soon? Um hold on, let me see. Anthony's Horror and More. What's going on, man? Thanks for popping in. Go check out Anthony. Um the Burning Moon. I don't think so. I know the Bloody Moon. So no, the Burning Moon I don't think. I know, man. What's going on with that thing? It's like they just keep releasing editions after edition. So now the new one coming out is a standard 4K, no slipcover. So if you didn't get it yet, it looks great. I bought it, but this one is cheaper, but you don't get any of the goodies. Pat Master, thank you. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Let me see. Patrick Wilson's directing New Insidious. Okay. Alexander, what's up? How do I choose which movies to upgrade to 4K? They've got to be at this point. I'm going with like kind of favorites. So I'm looking right now at like some of my have like for the Scream Factory stuff. Like I bought The Fog, I bought Prince of Darkness, Army of Darkness, Child's Play. So a lot of them are the favorites. Like, there's a lot I haven't bought though. Like I haven't upgraded The Craft. I haven't upgraded Cat People. I haven't upgraded. I can't remember the other ones, but there's a lot I haven't just because again I've bought all these collector's editions. So the only way I'm gonna ever make that change on like something I'm a little iffy about is if I sell the Blu-ray. So I'm trying to think like even People Under the Stairs. Like I love People Under the Stairs. As you can see, I got the poster back there, but it's still a hard sell for me to jump to the 4K. Because I mean, I like it. I like it a lot, but I don't know. It to me, I just don't see that huge of a difference to justify another $30 right now. I mean, I would buy it maybe if Amazon has it cheap. Maybe I'll go to Best Buy, they'll have it on the shelf. Maybe it'll get me to buy it, but none of these bundles or anything like that. I still haven't even ordered Creepshow yet, and that's one of my favorites. I'll probably get Creepshow, but I don't know. I think like the Blu-ray edition itself is like a cooler edition. But that's kind of my thing with the upgrades. It's gonna be more or less from favorites. But if like something comes out that I don't own on 4K, then I'll buy it. I'll show you something like that in here in a minute. Um, if it's like, oh, let's say Megan came out and it's like you get a Blu-ray or a 4K, I'll choose the 4K. Um, but it just on the upgrading side, it really has to just be favorites of mine or stuff I don't own. Oh my god, man. Any future trips to the Red Pack, Cali, Monster Blues hits? No, but um, I mean, this is we haven't even talked about this, but I mean, I've my bucket list my whole life basically has been to go to Santa Cruz, to go to the Santa Cruz boardwalk where they filmed The Lost Boys. And for some reason, it's just never happened. And again, I don't really like flying. I'll do it, but like to fly all the way across the United States, like it's not really something I'm excited to do. Um, but if there was reasons to be there, like, and I don't have a lot of people that would want to do it either, that would find, hey, we're going to travel away to California just to walk around the streets of Santa Cruz and, watch Lost Boys on the beach and hang out on the boardwalk and go on rides. Like, I don't have a lot of people right now in my life that would be like, oh yeah, that sounds like a great vacation, but they might, right? So maybe one day in a year or so, we might say, hey, maybe this would be something cool to do. It's possible. I mean, it's something I've always wanted to do. Um, I know, and this is like you're talking, who the heck knows? There's so many good podcasts out there now, but like, to ever get asked to come to an event to host Q&A, to do a live show in front of an audience, right? Like at a convention or whatever it may be. Like if that ever was something that came about, then hell yeah. Like if somebody in California says, "Hey, how would you like to come out and do like a live show or whatever at this event?" Like then yeah, I would go out there. But again, these are all future things. But nothing's planned to go to Cali. But if I was to go to Cali, those would probably be the only two reasons to do it. Is if we needed to be there for something, or if everybody was like, actually, you know what, I would love to go to Santa Cruz, and it's something I've always wanted to do. I can almost be positive that Mel would go nuts to go to Santa Cruz because being such a big Lost Boys fan that she is. Um, but California is not an easy truck for anybody. It's expensive tickets and all this other stuff to get there. But anyway, yeah, man, you're right. The chat is super electric right now, and I am like still 15 minutes behind. So I am back home, Gus. Thanks, man. How are you doing, buddy? Evil Dead is feels a lot like 2013. There's a little bit of digital blood in there, but more or less, it's a very 2013 vibe. Am I still doing shows? Like, yes. So I do that more or less with Rad Company, unless somebody asks me to be on their show. That doesn't do horror, and if we can make the schedule work, they want to do like an interview, whatever, I'd go on there. But when it comes to my channel, I was using the new season of the Rad Company. Season 2 was going to be for different content creators, people I haven't collabed with before, maybe people that aren't necessarily in the horror space, even the movie space for that matter. So I brought on some real cool guests this last time. Like, we talked to Christian and his wife. They were talking about the candle business. I brought on Jamie Van Leemer. He does the cooking stuff. I brought on Can't Buy Me 80s, and she's doing all the 80s stuff over on TikTok. So there's a lot of people that I had brought on for this season, and I had one more guest for this season to kind of finish off season 2. Our schedules just could not match up. He had things he had to go to. I had things I needed to do. It hasn't matched up. Is it dead in the water? No. Maybe it's a future thing. So then I was trying to find a replacement for him. And again, the same thing. There's talks with a lot of cool people, but it's the scheduling aspect of it, because I only have specific time. They only have specific time. They've got their own stuff to do. And once we kind of get that done, then I will start announcing things. So I was going to take the rest of the month off for Rad Company, and then hit everybody back up in May and see what their schedules look like. But there are talks with a lot of cool creators outside the horror space. So it's just a matter of scheduling and booking and promoting at this point. But it's not dead in order. It's coming back. Oh, Second Sight's Picnic at Hanging Rock has heavy DNA. Oh, interesting. I don't even know anything about that title. I've never seen it. I guess it smells like turtles. The Scream Factory, I don't know. I'm surprised they had Sorority House Massacre, because I have a Blu-ray of that already. And that's another one. I haven't bought the Scream Factory one yet, because I already have that on Blu-ray. But if they have the other ones, then I need it, because I'd rather just display them all together. The Blu-ray that I have is put out by Scorpion, I think, or Olive. Maybe a Scorpion, I think. But the Blu-ray I have of Sorority House Massacre, I actually like Sorority House Massacre. It's super cheesy, but it's charming to me, because it was one my friend Keith and I used to rent a lot, because we used to think it was just so ridiculously dumb. The motive of the killer and all this other stuff. And I want it. I only want to. It's not even an upgrade. I already have a Blu-ray, but unless they change the scan or they have new features, I only want it because I'm afraid it's going to sell out, and then they're going to put out the sequels, and I'm going to be like, oh man, I wish I had it to go next to it. As far as the sequels, I don't know. I don't know who owns that. They have not seen the light of day since DVD. I have all three of them on DVD, but that's it. It was the same company that it was like that Corman company that put out the Slumber Party ones back in the day. Yeah, slash scratches them. How was it talking? Scout's awesome, man. If you guys haven't listened to the live Rad Pack show, which again I'll promote it, go to YouTube, the Rad Pack. It's got its own channel. That's where all the Rad Pack material is. The last video has double the amount of views than it does subscribers. So go over there and make sure you're subscribed. And we talk about the little incident with Scout, which was pretty funny actually. And but she's always super nice. And yeah, the pick came out great. It's actually the fourth time I've met Scout in my life. She doesn't remember me, obviously, but I've met her about 4 times. I think the first time was in 2008. It was like maybe right after. It was probably, when was Rob Zombie's Halloween? Was it 07? What was Rob Zombie's? I don't know. I met her first, I think, in 08. I think the first time I met Scout was. So I've had like a bunch of different pictures with her through the years, but it's the first time I've seen her in a while. So it was really cool to meet up with her for sure. But yeah, it was a funny story because like I don't usually have any issues talking to people. You know, I met Kiefer Sutherland on the street. I walked up to him and took a picture and had him sign an autograph. I had Danielle Harris do a little video when I saw her at a convention. But for some reason with Scout, it's like I froze. I was like, I don't even know what to say to her right now. Such a big fan of hers. But yeah, she was super nice. Let me see. Everybody's talking about. Here we go. Foot Clan doesn't seem like it smells nice either. I think I'll pass on everything but the rat smells. Let me see. Let me see what they did. They spend a lot of money on the Roger. It must be limited to. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll probably get it out of FOMO, unfortunately, and maybe I'll try to sell my other one. How's the transfer? I don't know, man. I haven't even put this in. It doesn't say anything about a new scan or anything, as far as I know. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. Once I watch it, I'll probably do a video with it. Crimes of the Future. Yeah, see, that's another one I don't have. Oh, Infinity Pool I don't have. That's one I want, but I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. All right, so let's move on. Have you seen Haunting of Julia? Nope, but that's my next one. I bought this thing today. So The Haunting of Julia just came out on 4K from Screen Factory. I have never seen this movie in my life. So I needed this because I don't own it. I've never seen it. It's a 4K. It's 70s. Is it 70? Yeah, 77. So I'm really excited about this one. I know nothing about it. I've actually never even heard of it. I don't know how this passed me by. I don't know if it had DVDs, who was putting them out, but I grabbed this thing. Like I said, I don't know anything about it really. Actually, you know what? Let me unwrap this and see if there's a reverse art, because maybe that'll wait. I might be able to say, oh yeah, I did see this, because this artwork I have no recollection of at all. So let me see if there's any reverse art that maybe I will remember if I've seen it or I've had it or what. There is, but it says Full Circle, which must be the alternate name. I still don't know this movie. Interesting. It's a pretty cool little. It's actually a better image on the reverse. Full Circle. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I know nothing about this movie. So if anybody in the chat knows about this and can tell me if this is a great movie or not, this is one I picked up just out of curiosity, and I'm always down to pick up anything I don't already own, especially horror. And to have it by Scream Factory on 4K, it's like I knew I had to get this because there's not a lot of movies they're doing right now on 4K that they haven't already put out. So very, very cool. Let me see. What's up, Stuntman Mark? What'd you miss? Nothing. Just a lot of chatting with the chat. Told people if they're not subscribed to the Rad Pack podcast on iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube, make sure you do it because um, that newest video has got double the amount of views as it does subscribers on YouTube. So I don't know if people don't realize that that's a whole new channel they're watching it on. But that's about it. We talked a little bit about the Kansas City trip, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of showing some different things I picked up these last couple weeks. So if you go back, you can check it out. We talk a Stinko Vision Ninja Turtles set that I got, and I have no idea what to expect or think of it. But I don't know if I showcased this on anything yet. I know I put something out on Instagram, but I grabbed Necronomicon. We talked about this on a stream not too long ago, and I did not know this had a Blu-ray. And then somebody contacted me on Instagram and said, yep, there's a Blu-ray by a company called Wicked Vision, and it's actually a region-free Blu-ray. So that's probably why I did not know about it. And they had it on Amazon. I think they only had like 5 copies left. And I know I grabbed one. Uncle Bill grabbed one. But I have not seen this in many, many years. The last time I saw this was when I rented it on VHS back in the day. And I think I may have owned it on VHS as well. But I watched it the other day and man, this was way better than I remember. Not that I didn't like it, but I just didn't remember it being so cool. Like, this was a real fun watch. Very cool. It's another Lovecraft story, kind of, in the vein of like things like From Beyond, in my opinion. I just think there's a lot of wackiness to it. There's bright colors. You obviously had Jeffrey Combs, and man, I think this is one you guys should check out. Like I said, Necronomicon's a cool 80s movie. That hasn't seen the light of day since the VHS days. So never had a DVD as far as I know. And this was put out by Wicked Vision. And it's looking at the back now. It's an overseas print because maybe German, because the language on the back is not English. So, but it is region free. I watched it in a regular player and not my region free player, and it was good. Let me see. What's up, John? The Creepshow 2 set that I released with the comic in purple. Yeah, I have that over there. I have the red one. The red Creepshow 2. What? Are you serious? That's so sick, man. Monster Mania looked great. Actually, Anthony, I mean, you don't need to do anything for me, but so I can say this now. The goal here, and again, it's TBD, is the next time the Rad Pack are going to be together, looks like it's going to be at Monster Mania, probably next March-ish, April. So whenever that show is, March, April, I know they usually do a show, Cherry Hill, that's probably what it's looking like right now, that the Rad Pack is going to all come there. So that'd be cool, Anthony. So we'll definitely be able to see you because I know you work the shows. So that's the goal. And let's just hope that the guest list is good enough to get them to come here, because that's going to be a big thing. Neither Mel or Justin have ever been to a convention before. And Monster Mania is one that I really like a lot. I think it's the one, like I do Chiller a lot too. I really like Chiller because it's a lot more low key. But Monster Mania seems like if I was to have them come to one horror convention that I have easy access to, it would be Monster Mania, just based on the guests and stuff alone. I think they'll have a good time there. So hopefully the guest list is going to be strong enough to get them here whenever that show is in Cherry Hill, either March or April of next year. All right. Roland, you bought it? Yeah, no, I didn't buy that. Who's doing Ghoulies on 4K? I haven't seen that. Again, if anything, and if any news came out lately, I was busy so much this weekend, I hadn't seen anything. What's up, Jason? If you guys haven't seen our stream when Jason sent us those mystery boxes, thanks, dude. We're just hauling some movies and stuff, and let's chat, man, because we want to get you on for May. Let me see. Peekaboo Steve's supposed to be in bed. I didn't review mine actually because I had it long before I started a channel. I could probably review it though. I love it. I think it's fantastic. I have a NECA one as well. I have like one of the first NECA ones from back in the day, like the real big ones from like Gremlins 2. And it was cool and it's detailed, but I don't like it. I like this Trick or Treat Studio stripe I have. I think it's really, really cool. You can put your hand in the back and make its mouth move around and stuff. You want to make it like a puppet, but then it closes right up, so it doesn't even look like it's a puppet or anything. It's like it doesn't have a big hole in the back. Yeah, I think it's cool. I would say I would get this stripe or I'd get the streaker if I had to choose. I could do a review on him actually, but he's really, really cool. Really cool item. I really like him a lot. But I haven't, like I said, the NECA ones are cool, but I've been trying to sell my NECA one. The problem is I need to ask for a lot of money because to ship that damn thing is going to cost me a fortune. But I'm willing to kind of part with my NECA one. That's cool. Don't Look Now vibe. I like that. Yeah, man. It has way more cooler effects than I remembered. Best Buy. Best Buy is where I got this Haunting of Julia today. I had to go to Best Buy to pick up something else, which I'll show you in a minute. But they had this there, so I grabbed it. If not, I would say Amazon, to be honest. Starships of Greatness. What's up? Thanks for copping in. Yeah, dude, that's the goal right now. That's in the works. But again, a lot of factors have to take place. Obviously, we have to see some guests popping in and whatnot. All right, so I'm caught up on the chat, which is huge. It's been an hour. I don't want to be on here I need to be out of here within 15 minutes. So let's bang through some of this. So the reason I went to Best Buy and I found this Haunting of Julia was I had these two on pre-order. I had Flash Dance on Steelbook pre-order. I only had this movie on DVD. It's been a while since I've seen this. I used to watch it a lot as a kid. Footloose, Flashdance. But I haven't upgraded this since DVD, and this Steelbook is really, really cool. It's very, very 80s looking. So I was like, I gotta get that. So I grabbed that, haven't watched it yet. And then I also grabbed the Steelbook of Training Day, which is a movie I like a lot. And it's another one that I only had on DVD, and I really love this movie. So I snagged that on Steelbook as well. And the only other things I have to showcase is I've been getting a lot of sealed VHS. I've been kind of on like a weird VHS kick. I sold like 80 to 90% of my VHS tapes in 2008 for like dirt cheap. And it's something I've always regretted. And I'm never going to get what I had back. I had some really nice stuff. The biggest regret was the Talking Frankenhooker VHS. I don't know what I was thinking when I got rid of that thing. I've been trying to get a new one, but they're going for like hundreds of dollars. There's a Black Roses with the embossed front of the VHS. That's another one I'm really after, but they're pretty pricey. And they're hard to find. So if I see anything I like, I'll grab it at like a thrift store or whatever. But I've been starting to come across like a lot of sealed VHS randomly at the thrift store that I go to. And sealed VHS are becoming pretty collectible for most people. I know if you get them graded and they get graded, all of a sudden now they're selling for big money. Now, some of these I'll keep, and some of these, if there's sealed VHS collectors out there, like, I could probably come to a deal on some of them. I'll just showcase some I grabbed now. Dances with Wolves, sealed VHS. Again, it's an okay movie in my opinion. I mean, it's a good movie, but it's just not my style of movie that I would watch on a regular basis. It's cool. This would definitely be one I'd probably part with if people are sealed VHS collectors. But I ended up getting that. Next one, Unforgiven, sealed VHS. So again, the reason why they sealed VHSs are worth so much money now is because the same thing with old Nintendo games or video games. Like, who was not opening these and why? Right? Like now, toys, games, movies, like they're not going to ever hold that kind of value because we live in a world that we see, hey, if you don't open things or you do this and they can become valuable, it's not going to mean the same because there's going to be so many more people that have done it. Where back then, like think about Nintendo video games. You have a sealed video game of Super Mario Brothers. Like, of course that's going to be worth something because which kid didn't open that game, or, which kid didn't rip that cardboard box open and throw it away. So that's why a lot of these are becoming more valuable, because it's just very rare that this would still be sealed, because people weren't necessarily in the know of like, hey, if I keep this sealed for 40 years, it's going to eventually be worth something. Usually people will buy it, rip the plastic off, and watch it. This one's not sealed, but I had to get it. Richard Simmons, sweating to the oldies too. I mean, how could I not get this? Look at that. That is sick. I had to pick that up. Sealed, Blind Fury with Rutger Hauer. Great movie. Great action movie about him being blind. Sealed, Rain Man. Cool movie. I love Rain Man. Rain Man's a really nice movie. Really, really cool. Great movie. Awesome acting on there. And this is a cool one, and I'll tell you why. So I got, and I've talked about this before, I'm going to be doing a Farrelly Brothers show, big Farrelly Brothers show, talking about all their movies, because they grew up right near me. So my parents went to high school with them. So I have some stories and stuff that, and some Easter eggs that a lot of people don't know about, just because, they're from my area, and there's a lot of Easter eggs in the movies that have to do with where I live and certain characters and stuff. So I'm going to really bring that to light. But a big fan of them, and I'm a big fan of this movie. And I found this cool VHS, Something About Mary, that comes with an antenna topper of the dog. Now, what's interesting is I must have had this VHS as a kid, because I own this little dog here. I still have this guy in my other library room that you guys haven't seen yet on the tour. He's displayed like on a shelf, and I never knew where he came from, but obviously it must have been from the VHS tape that we had growing up. But came across this one, still sealed, still has the dog on the top. So I don't know if this thing's valuable or not with this little prop piece in here, but pretty cool, and a movie that I absolutely love. So those are kind of the big pickups that I had. I'm trying to look around to see if there's anything else. You guys saw I did get the Texas Chainsaw second side. I did get House of 1,000 Corpses. I did do videos on those. The only other thing is I did finally subscribe to Fangoria magazine, which I've been holding off on for a bit. I liked them, but it was one of those things. I'm like, I just don't need something new to collect. But they got me. They got me because they did this promotion a couple months ago where they said, if you sign up for the year, we're going to send you 4 back issues for free. So it got me. I was like, well, sign up for the year, get 4 free issues. Okay, fine, I'll do it. And they're really cool. I'll just show the ones that I got in the mail already. They sent them in like a lump sum. So I got the new one, which is the Evil Dead Rise, Fangoria. This is a real nice cover. Fangoria with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. I haven't read it, so I don't know why this is getting all the love. I think it talks about the crazy trailer. Oh, yeah, it says the untold story of the horror's greatest trailer. Yeah, man, I did a post on that trailer a couple months back on just how wild it was at the time, and I can remember seeing it. It was like almost like Excalibur. It was wild. So yeah, they talk about the breakdown of the trailer, but I just love this cover with the pink. Really, really awesome. We get the Halloween Ends one. So I haven't looked at this one yet, actually. But these are really cool. Like, I was always a big Fangoria fan as a kid. Unfortunately, I do not have, I have like 2 magazines or 3 magazines left from my old collection. That's cool. So you got the Nope. That's cool. X. And yeah, so those are the ones that I was sent for ordering. So I think the 4 that I showed were the free ones, and then the Evil Dead Rise was the first edition of my subscription. So pretty cool to have those. They just look so sharp. I mean, they're a little pricey for magazines nowadays, but they're very well done. And Fangoria always gets me with the covers and the logo. It just brings me back. to when I first started liking horror, and my uncle had all the Fangorias, so I would use those and look at them and stuff. So anyway, that's my pickups. We chat a lot today about, just Kansas City and all that stuff, and keep your eyes peeled because we are going to be doing more Kansas City Panic Fest talk between my channel, Mel's channel at My Killer Podcast, Justin's channel, Movie Watch Daily, the Radpack channel. You're going to see a lot more Panic Fest coverage. We're going to talk about some more movies that we might be catching on the virtual. And then we're going to do a full audio podcast running through Panic Fest from the time we got there until the end of this week, where Panic Fest technically is over. It's running all week long. So Justin's going to be going every night and seeing different things. We're going to watch some stuff on virtual, and then we're going to do a full Panic Fest review, what we thought of the event, which movies we think you should check out, which ones we were able to check out. But so keep your eyes peeled for that. Tomorrow night, same channel, 10 p.m. I'm going to be with Dead Pit, and I think with Dana at Evil Dead Chick, and we're going to talk Evil Dead, the history of physical media, which is going to be cool. It's going to be a long one. So hopefully you guys are there. And like I said, the Rad Pack has some stuff we are working on. So there's a couple things that we have in the works right now. I'll go really quick down through the rest of the chat, and then I will get out of here. So Stomach Mark, Never Come is fun. That German release. Yes. Oh, that's cool. What's in a name? What's going on? Yeah, I normally would have been a little hesitant about the Flashdance Steelbook because I mean I like it because it's 80s. Did I need it on 4K? Do I watch it enough? But then I was like, if I had the Blu-ray, I probably wouldn't have went to 4K, but I only had the DVD. But I think the Steelbook is really what closed the deal for me, especially because a lot of those Best Buy ones are limited. Jason Guy said, there's a Creep Show 3 region free, same price point. I did watch it again on Tubi. Oh yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I think Scream Factory knows what they're doing. They're making it limited, and they're saying, you know what? A lot of people probably don't know this exists, so let's put it out there. They're going to see Creep Show 3. They're going to think it's some long-lost gem, and they're all going to buy it. But you're going to be very disappointed with it. It's not good. Oh yeah, man, that's cool. Thanks, Anthony. Was it me and Uncle Bill did one about our NECA figures a while ago, which was a fun stream. I mean, it was very early into my YouTube channel. It was one of my earlier videos, probably within my first year or 6 months, maybe. Me and Uncle Bill teamed up and did like a all things NECA collectibles because we both kind of like those, and Wes isn't really like a fan of that. So we did a stream, and I thought that was a real cool one. I should probably repost some of these old videos that were really good like that. That was a cool one. If you guys didn't check out, we did another real cool one with Wet Movie where we talked all of our like favorite autographs in our collection. That was a real good one too that we did way back. It is interesting, Scratch. The ways of popularity of VHS. Yes, I agree. It was down when I sold. It went back up. It kind of then started to go more of a lull, and now it's back up again. But I think with VHSs, to me, they are great display pieces. And again, that's coming from somebody who doesn't have enough space to display them, more or less, a little bit. But there's just something about the thickness of the box, the way it stands up, the artwork on there. Like, there's just so much to it. And plus, it just brings back so much nostalgia. I do have a lot of unboxings I could do. Man, I have a freaking real Proton pack that's been sitting on my floor in the box for like 6 months, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a video on it, but it's just so huge, and I've got to put it together with like tools that I just don't know how I'm going to do it. But I need to get that done because I need to get it off the ground. I need to post it. It's one of those things that's going to come. I did, however, get a new VHS player, one of the original old school ones with like the pop-up head that I had growing up. I could do a video on that. It's still in the box. I haven't even opened it yet. That would be pretty cool. But again, it's one of those things I could showcase it, but then I don't know how I would play anything and show you guys because it's just going to be totally on the other side of the room. I'd have to hook it up and then maybe bring a camera over and do like a second part or something like that. But I do have that I could unbox. And that's about it. Like I said, the physical media side of it, I'm kind of a little bit on the low, just because of the the Kansas City trip and stuff like that. But guys, thank you so much for hanging in, chilling out, coming to chat with me on a random night. But again, if you haven't, make sure to go check out the last 2 videos that I posted this week: Evil Dead Rise, Bury the Bride. Definitely check those things out, especially Bury the Bride. Check out that review. It's very spoiler free. I'm not going to give anything away. I'm actually going to tell you what not to do before you check this movie out. So do that for me. Definitely go to the Radpack YouTube channel and subscribe, because like I said, I don't think people realize it's its own channel now. And I want you guys to get there, because we're going to have a lot of stuff pouring into that page. And the same thing with the audio podcast. Go subscribe to it, write a review. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you are not subscribed to this channel and you're checking this video out live or on the replay, definitely hit that subscribe. I appreciate that. My manager over here, KB, says hit that like button on your way out. Thank you, dude. And KB, I don't know if you were in the chat earlier, but a new shirt just went on the site, and it was inspired by you, Cody, and Nick. So if you haven't checked it out. But yeah, gang, thank you for checking this out and hanging with me. Super appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow night with Dead Pit on the channel, talking Evil Dead physical media history. This is Garrett at Born to Be Rad, and like always, stay